We talk about mid-size motorhomes, and I think right about 32 foot makes sense. And that's what we got here, folks. Looking at 32 foot, 3 inches in this beautiful Class C built for a family. This is the 2021 Forester LE 3251DS. And the cool thing about this one, folks, is that you can sleep up to 8 and have up to 8 passengers safely ride thanks to all of the seatbelts. This is a really cool floor plan. They do something unique back in the bunks we'll take a look at in just a moment. But again, there is absolutely a lot to love about this RV. Coming at 32 foot 3 inches, right, it's short enough that you can still fit in most spaces. If you're new to RVing, a lot of times when you start getting over that 36 foot mark, you have to call and make sure they have special places, because most RV parks or most places you go only have so many spots that are longer than 36 foot. So being that 32 foot mark, you can easily get everywhere. And again, you can sleep and carry 8, which is awesome. So part of that is going to be right up top, right? It's a Class C. One of the big things to identify a Class C if you're new to RVing is this right here, which is the cab over bed. And so, you know, going down the road, it's very easy to spot a Class C here. And this can easily sleep 2 people, 440-pound weight capacity right up here too, which is pretty good. It's not the highest, you know, I mean, there are some manufacturers that have, you know, 500, 600, but there's also some that are definitely less. So 440 is kind of right in that in between. You will see the TV right over here. So this will be your main TV in this RV. It flips right around. You have a great view to that, whether you're sitting in the dinette or if you're sitting on the sofa, which we'll see in just a second. And of course, if you're going to be sleeping up top, that is a perfect place for it. You also have a privacy curtain here. Right underneath is the cab. This one is built on the Ford chassis. You can see that. And this is, of course, you know, the newer Ford chassis with that the newer V8 in there. This is kind of cool. Take a look right here in your rear view. Right, so you have your backup cameras and everything right in your rear view mirror. And the reason I like that is it's a lot more reminiscent of what most people have for their daily driver. You know, a lot of times, you know, when you're looking to back up, you naturally look to your rear view mirror. Well, in an RV, when you look at a rear view, you generally don't see much right behind you if it's just a regular mirror. So by having that right there, you look as you're backing up, it feels a lot more natural, at least to me, to look to the rear view and then kind of look on both mirrors on the side. And that's kind of what they intended with that right there. On the campside is your dinette. And I love when manufacturers give you a campside dinette. Why, you may ask? Well, for this reason right here. I get to sit right here, having my morning cup of coffee, eating my breakfast, and I get to look out at my campsite, right? And I'm sure, you know, if you've been camping before, you can feel me on that, right? Like, you want to be able to look out here. I do have a big window out to the side, but, you know, do I want to necessarily look out at my neighbors and see whatever they're doing walking around? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're your friends. Maybe you want to check it out, but this really is the site that I want. This table does drop down too, and this is one of your sleeping spaces. Now, might be a little tight for an adult, right? But it does work if you have a smaller child or if someone wants to curl up a little bit. This is one of your 8 sleeping spaces. The other thing I like, take a look at that, folks. Huge, easy access, full extension drawers there. Makes it very easy to access whatever you store down there. For me, this is my preferred type of dinette storage, is having a big drawer. Why, you ask? Well, if you have a door that swings open, you still have to get down on your hands and knees to get in there. With this, I just pull it open, boom. Everything I need is easily accessible right at my fingertips. You'll also see 2 seatbelts here, right? That's part of our 8 riders. So you can have 2 people very comfortably sitting at the table, riding down the road, everyone having great conversation. You'll take a look up top. You can see storage all the way up there. Your multimedia center will be here, as well as all your speaker zones, HDMI input there. More importantly, there's one right over here, so that way you can put a Blu-ray player up there and be able to watch movies on the TV up front. Across the way, more storage overhead. What I do want to point out is the fact that it is one-hand operation, right? You lift it up and it stays right where it needs to, so you can get up here and grab whatever you want. You don't have to hold it up with your hand, which, you know, when you're paying a little bit more, it's what you expect. And you can also see that it's not necessarily strut, but it's actually, you know, kind of has the slow close hinges on there. So a little bit more upgraded. They're not going to slam down on you when you go to shut them. And I really like that, because it can be, you know, very disturbing, especially if you're trying to sleep, need to get up there and all of a sudden slam, wakes everyone up. Not going to have to worry about it here in the Forester LE. Dropping right down is your sofa. 2 seatbelts here as well for 2 more riders. And again, right? This is going to be a little more intimate. This is in a slide out, and so this whole thing will slide in, so you'll be pretty close to whoever is sitting in the dinette. So everyone's going to be able to have conversation together, which is great, and still be able to talk to the people up front. Plus, take a look at this. You want theater seating? That drops down just like this. You already have the armrest on the side. You can have a couple beverages right there. I mean, I don't know about you, but if I'm riding somewhere, this is the seat I want to ride in here. This is super comfortable. Up top, I have an LED light strip here lighting everything up, which is great. And then if we take a look a little bit further over here into the kitchen, you can see you kind of have a divided kitchen. So right here is your recessed cooktop with a glass cover, 3-burner cooktop. Underneath that, convection microwave oven, some storage here as well. Underneath the sink, plenty of room for a trash can. I love when manufacturers do that. Couple of drawers, electrical outlet, upgraded countertops, which allow for an undermount stainless steel bowl. They went with a round bowl here. A little bit more of an interesting choice. I'm not sure if I love it, but you know, I guess it's nice from the standpoint it does give you more countertop space right over to the side, right? Rather than having like a big rectangle bowl that would fill this whole space. So they probably did it so you still have countertop space, and it is a deep bowl. It's still a high-rise pull-out faucet. Over to the side, you have wireless charging, so you can drop, you know, your phone right there, and it will charge it up. And there it goes, starting to charge. You also see countertop extension over to the side, which I absolutely love this, right? Giving you a little more countertop, a little more prep space. Storage right up top there. Now, let's come to the back, because this is where things start getting kind of interesting. This right here is a TV built for the bunk. So kids that are right here can watch TV. If they want to watch their tablet, that's great. They just hold it, they watch it, good to go. You'll also see they have little nets right up here. So if they need a place to put their phone and something like that, they can put it right up there. A little bit of storage on top and below that TV. Also, it is worth mentioning, you have this right here. If you need to close this off for privacy to the front, you can do that. So you have that one there. You also have, there it is. So you have the curtain for each bunk here, and you have the slider door that closes off so that you have, you know, the privacy from the bunks to the bedroom. So lots of different ways to kind of divide up the space. Now, bunk obviously up top. This, of course, folds up and locks into place just like so. Put it up here for just a second. And what you will see is right down underneath is the sofa. The thing that is very unique is that you have 2 more seat belts here. And this is something that I just really haven't seen. And I personally love this because, you know, if you have the capability to sleep 8, you want to be able to take 8 people with you, and that's what this allows you to do. Now, you're definitely a little more segregated than from up front, and this is a slide, so this will come in a little bit, so you will kind of be facing a wall. You know, so it's probably not the most comfortable ride in the world for a long trip, but I like the idea that you at least have the option here. I think that's pretty great. And of course, this does drop down into a bed as you would expect. You know, it's a jackknife sofa, so just folds up, drops down, gives you that additional sleeping space there. Why don't you come on in here a second, Kev? We'll open up the bathroom door, show everyone the bathroom, so you can take a look right in here. Actually, I'm going to sneak in here first, Kevin. I'm sorry, buddy. Let me sneak in. I just want to show people the height, right? Because this is one of the things I always like to do. So if I stand in the shower right here with that skylight, folks, I'm 6 foot tall. I could easily be 6'2" and still be able to stand in here and shower. I have the hand wand I can grab to make showering a little bit easier. I have some shelving here, and it's a tub. So if you want to give the kiddos a bath, you can absolutely do that. You'll also see the shower kind of screen door right here, so that nice and easy to use. You just latch it like that when you're done. Wind it right back up. Cool thing about that is it's mold resistant, so you can just wind it right back up. You don't have to worry about anything molding. Huge countertop space in here, which I love. You know, you have good storage space, big mirrored medicine cabinet. If I sit on this toilet, show you this real quick. Porcelain bowl. I have plenty of leg room, great shoulder space here too. I am good. Now when I walk up into the bedroom, you have storage all along the foot of the bed. Wardrobes on both sides. TV hookup in here if you do want TV. Storage all the way down. You'll see the queen bed here in the back. You have nightstands, more storage up top as well as on the side, and windows both as kind of like a headboard and right here in the back, really helping to let in a lot of natural light and really opening this space up, which I absolutely love. Let me get that door for you a second here, buddy. And then as we walk back out, the one thing I do want to hit on, make sure we don't miss, is the fridge. That'll be located right over to this side. This is a 12-volt refrigerator, folks, so it just runs off your battery, which is awesome because, you know, you have a generator on board. Fire that bad boy up, and it is good to go. So we take a step outside real quick. A couple things that are very important that I want to point out. Battery disconnect, so you can flip that, kill all power to the RV. Solar controller. This one has solar, folks. It already comes with it, so it is powering those batteries, which again will help power that fridge. And the big one is this one right here. That is auto level on a Class C, folks. Straight from the manufacturer. You don't have to have it done third party. You turn it on, touch a button, and it will level the coach out. Of course, there's manual options there too if you need to adjust it a little bit, but that is a huge option to have on a Class C. This one is built on the Ford E450 chassis. You can see one of the things I really like about this, and kind of one of the things that will help you I guess notate if it's a higher end Class C is this. That's the fact it has a front cap on there, right? So what that does for you is it helps bring the seal around to the side. So that way as the wind, you're driving down the road and all that wind and the rain that's blasting in right here isn't going to penetrate the seal. It has to wrap around, make its way back in, which just isn't going to happen. Coming back a little bit further, of course, the mirrors extend out past the body so you can see as you're going down the road here. You have the power awning. Those have the Solaris speakers built in, so when they're extended, you can have the music play right down on your campsite. You'll also see side view cameras, right? So again, you turn on the blinker, you're able to see those blind spots and make sure that you're not going to hit anything, more importantly, anyone. Good storage. It's one of the great things about, Class Cs. They may not have quite as much as a Class A, but you can see running all the way down here, you have those rotocast bins. Excellent storage right there, running all the way down. You can take a look and see for yourself that, the rotocast works great. You can open up the drain plug there and, again, have everything drain out. Now, folks, as you can tell, this is an absolutely gorgeous Class C. This one is starting at $95,995 for the show, so under $96,000. That's as little as $19.20 a day. Here's the great thing, folks. If you already have a deal running on one of these and you're like, oh man, that's a better deal than what I have. Here's the great thing. You text the word BEAT, B-E-A-T, to 46642, and if we can't beat the deal you currently have going on, we'll give you $1,000. That's an awesome deal. If you love this Class C, or maybe you like the idea of a Class C, but you want something that's a little bit lower price point, we have those available too. Simply text the word FRESH to 46642.